Hello guys, it's Shrimp Time here, and we got another yet interesting topic about keeping Caridina shrimps. And this topic is inspired by my friend Benete, which has posted a post on his vlog about problems with shrimp molting. And I read his vlog, and I have some of my own thoughts, some of my own advices, which I hope will help you with the shrimp molting problem. But before we start, I need to tell you that today we will have a very easy video background. I will show you some of my shrimps, and I won't make a lot of cuts because I'm overworking lately, and I just want to make this video quite quickly so I can share the informations. So please excuse me for that. I hope that next videos will get better video background. So guys, the molting problem is a very big, a very hard issue for a lot of Caridina breeders, and according to my knowledge, the molting problem can be caused by different factors, and each of these factors has quite high impact on the shrimp molting issues. And I would say that there are three main factors. The first factor is the water hardness, the quality of your general water chemistry. So the calcium, the magnesium in your tank, the general hardness in your tank, and the ratio between the calcium and magnesium. Second issue that can cause molting problems, according to my knowledge, and that will slow down the shrimps generally speaking, is the problem of high nitrogen, especially high NO3. If you will get high levels of NO3, in my opinion, this can be also an issue. And the third problem is the shrimp genetics, the general quality of the shrimps. And let's start from the beginning, from the easiest issue that you can came across, and this is the hardness of your water. According to my knowledge, the normal Caridina shrimp parameters are 0 GH, 0 KH, and very, very low conductivity. And each and every of you can ask me, are you crazy guy? We keep shrimps on GH5, on GH6, and we breed the shrimps. Why are you telling us that GH0, KH0 is the right way? And this is a little problem, guys, because I don't say you that this is the right way to keep the shrimps, but this is the natural habitat of the shrimps. They live in the mountains, in the streams that are very clear, that don't know any of the hardness during most of the year. And this is why shrimps don't breed so often in their natural habitat, because they usually breed during the monsoon. And it's because when there is a lot of rain going on, there is a lot of water going through those mountains. They drain the minerals from the soil, they drain the minerals from the mountains, from the rock, and they will increase the hardness, the water hardness of natural habitat of the shrimps. So this is the natural way. And what we are trying to do in our aquariums, we are trying to keep slight acidic, slightly soft water in the aquarium. So we are keeping those levels of hardness very low. The KH we keep at 0 or very close to 0 for Caridinas, and depending on the place that the breeder lives, they will keep the hardness, the general hardness, from 3 to 6. And this is quite interesting topic. I think that I will make a video, dedicated video about this. But the general rule of thumb is that in Asia, most of the breeders will keep shrimps around 3 or 4 GH. In Europe, most of breeders will keep Caridina shrimps at about 5 to 6 or even more. And when the molting problem will occur, mostly it will happen when you will let your GH go too high. So for example, if you will bring your tank to 9 or 10 GH, and then the shrimps can start to have molting problems. And usually the most common problem, the most common mistake is forgetting about the water that evaporates. This is the first thing. The second thing is forgetting to think about the starting level of your water that you use to mix it with the suds, the RO water, because I use RO-DI unit, so I will use water that is almost pure, that will get like 1 maximum 4 microsiemens of conductivity. So there is almost no hardness in that water, almost no calcium or almost no magnesium. But if you are using RO water, or if you are not checking those levels, you can get 20, 30, 40, and sometimes people forget to add those values when they are mixing their salt for the tank. And during one water change, it's not a big problem, because usually it will be just a little bit of calcium, a little bit of magnesium going into your tank. But if you will make a lot of water changes during, for example, half a year, depending on the amount of water changes you do, it will sum up. It will bring your GH and level higher and higher each water change you do. If you will add the evaporation process as well, one day you will check the parameters in your tank and you will see that the conductivity isn't 200 or 250, but it's almost 400, 450. And the GH isn't 4, 5, 6, but it's, for example, 8, 9, 10. And this is the most common reason of molting issue, of low survival rate among the young shrimps, etc. So this is the first thing you need to remember. You need to keep those parameters straight, and you need to overthink the GH level that you will use in your tank. Second thing is high NO3 level, because sometimes there will be a bit of NO3 in your tank, and this is common thing for each tank, because it's quite hard to get rid of almost all of NO3. And as long as you will keep those levels very low, there shouldn't be any hard issues. But according to my knowledge and my experience, if you are getting near to 50 ppms of NO3 or 100 ppms of NO3, the shrimps will slow down. They will have molting issues, they will have some problems with survival rate of young shrimps, and they even can stop eating or eat less. And this is because of the toxicity of the NO3 for all living beings. And this is the second very important straight ahead problem. The third problem, and a lot of people will forget about this problem. It isn't so common because it will occur among very rare, very expensive, mostly very rare and expensive types of shrimps. For example, purple metallics, very hybrid boa shrimps, and these types of shrimps. And this is the issue that is connected with genetics. Because if you want to achieve this type of shrimp that will breed, we shouldn't even say true, but it will breed 20 or 30% of similar offspring that parents are, you need to do a lot of selective breeding, a lot of inbreeding, crossing the juveniles with the parents, crossbreeding backwards to the older generation to keep that traits that you are interested in. And this is a very tricky thing because you need to keep the balance between enough of genetics and enough of good genetics and enough of this genetics that you want to connect, that you want to repeat and repeat and repeat. And if you will overdo the crossbreeding, the inbreeding, the shrimps, you will get issues. You will get issues with some body deformation like balloon head, like carapace deformations, but you can also get problem with molting, with too small shell of the shrimp, and those issues are very hard to handle. It's almost impossible to save the shrimp that will get those problems. And if you want to overcome those problems, you need to fastly add some new blood and try to outbreed the shrimps you got, get another line, etc. But it also can be too late, because if you will get more and more shrimps with these genetics problems, you will get deaths in your tank. So guys, I hope that I explained the most common molting problems. I hope that I also said how you can handle them. If I did, I'm very happy if you can use this knowledge. And keep on shrimping, guys. Till the next time.